Welcome back to Happy Toon Cool, where magical stories come to life. Today, get ready for an epic adventure in a world where vampires dream, and the most unlikely heroes, one clever cat and one brave mouse, dare to change the fate of their home. Let's dive into our story. Where the Vampire Sleeps, The Brave Cat and Mouse. In the heart of Misty Hollow, a quaint little village nestled deep in a lush valley, lived creatures of all kinds, some ordinary, some extraordinary. But none were as mysterious as the ancient castle perched atop the highest hill, forever cloaked in the soft glow of the moon. Legends whispered that within its stone walls slumbered the last vampire, Count Nocturno, who had not awakened in 100 years. The villagers, especially the little ones, spun tales of glowing eyes and shadows that danced in the night, but few dared to venture near. Among the villagers, there lived a cat named Mallow. Mallow was not just any cat. Her fur shimmered in the moonlight like silver, and her eyes sparkled with curiosity and courage. She was known for her quick wit and gentle heart, always ready to help those in need. Her best friend, Pip, was a mouse, small in stature but mighty in spirit, with a knack for getting into and out of trouble. One crisp autumn evening, as the wind rustled the leaves, Mallow and Pip sat atop the old stone wall at the edge of the village, gazing up at the castle. Pip's nose twitched with excitement as he read from an old, tattered book he had found in the attic. "It says here," Pip squeaked, "that Count Nocturno is not like the scary vampires in the stories. He once protected our village from danger, but one day he fell into a deep sleep. Since then, the castle has been silent, and shadows have haunted the valley." Mallow's tail flicked thoughtfully. "Maybe it's time someone found out what really happened," she mused. "What if the Count needs our help?" So, under the cover of twilight, the brave duo set off toward the castle, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. The journey was not easy. They crossed the whispering woods, where the trees seemed to murmur secrets to the wind. They tiptoed past the howling hollow, careful not to disturb the bats who guarded the ancient path. Using their wits and their courage, Mallow and Pip helped each other overcome every challenge, their friendship growing stronger with each step. At last, they reached the castle gates, which creaked open with a mournful groan. Inside, the air was thick with dust and memories. Portraits of long-gone ancestors lined the walls, and chandeliers hung like frozen stars. Deep in the castle, they discovered a grand chamber draped in velvet. And there, atop a magnificent bed, lay Count Nocturno, as still as a statue, his chest rising and falling ever so gently. As they approached, an ancient spell awakened. The room filled with shimmering light, and a projection of the Count's memories flickered before their eyes. They saw a time when the village was threatened by a terrible storm, and the Count had used his powers to shield everyone, falling into an enchanted sleep as a result. The key to breaking the spell, the memory revealed, was an act of true bravery performed by friends united. Determined to help, Mallow and Pip searched the castle for clues. In the library, they found a riddle. Only when the melody of courage echoes through these halls will the heart awaken. Piecing the clues together, Pip remembered an old lullaby their mothers used to sing, a song about friendship and facing fears together. Hand in paw, Mallow and Pip sang the lullaby, their voices trembling at first, but growing stronger with each verse. The melody wove through the castle, stirring the air, making the dust sparkle like diamonds. As the final note faded, the spell shattered with a gentle sigh. Count Nocturno's eyes fluttered open. He looked at Mallow and Pip, a gentle smile spreading across his face. "You have awakened me with your courage and your bond," the Count said, his voice warm and kind. "You have shown that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it, especially when you have a true friend by your side." The village soon discovered that the Count was not a monster, but a wise and gentle protector. With his guidance, Misty Hollow became a place where everyone, no matter how small or different, was welcome and safe. Mallow and Pip were celebrated as heroes, not for their strength, but for their hearts. And so our story reminds us, sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to face our fears together, to help others, to seek the truth, and to let kindness and friendship light our way. It's not always the strongest or the biggest who make a difference, but those who care enough to try. Thank you for joining us on this magical adventure. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, leave a comment with your favorite part, and share this story with your friends and family. Join us again for new episodes every Thursday and Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on Happy Toon Cool. Thank you for watching, and see you soon for more incredible adventures!